In 2022, I got into two car accidents. The first one, I was driving by the Aranguez roundabout while it was raining. The road was wet, although the rain had eased up, but the road was still pretty wet. And I picked up a skid because I was driving too fast, and I ran off the road, running through a small tree. It was like a shrub, but it was pretty tough because it mashed up the entire front of my car. And then I began to skid in the mud, and I made a 190-degree turn, and then I went backwards down into a big drain or a deep ditch. It was like a ditch, and that destroyed the back of my car. Now, before I went off the road, I was actually about to run into another person, into another vehicle on the opposite side of the road, and I was going to hit the driver, in which I believe I would have killed him at the speed that I was going, while I was skidding, because I couldn't slow down. Because once you begin to skid, it's really hard to slow down. Your brakes kind of lock up, and you lose control of the vehicle. But I was able, thank God, I was able to steer the vehicle away from hitting that guy. But as a result, I went off the road, and I ran through a little tree, or shrub, which was a thick shrub because it mashed up the front of the car, although my windshield did not break. And then I skid and went backwards into a ditch, destroying the back of my car as well. The car that I was driving at that point in time was an Almera, right? And I survived. I came out without a single scratch. I didn't even get whiplash, which is a common injury in car accidents, even minor ones. I didn't even get whiplash. I had no injuries whatsoever, and I thank God for that. However, this happened in June or July. I think it was July it happened, right? And then for my birthday, I was blessed by God with a new car. The car that I was blessed with is a 2010 Subaru hatchback, and Impreza hatchback. And I also got into another accident with that car as well. It happened in the same year, in November, or at the end of October. No, yeah, it was I think either at the end of October or the end of November. I can't remember, and I should have remembered because I'm making a video, but I think it's somewhere around there. I'm glad I remember. I don't really like to remember it, but yeah, I was on my way home from a birthday party, and I had alcohol to drink, and I was impaired. And while trying to merge onto the highway, another car was coming down the highway, and because I was impaired, I collided with him because I was trying to merge as well, and the road was wet again. We both began to skid, and I thank God again, I had no control over my car, and I passed a light pole. We both went off the road into a drain. The other car was fine, minor injuries, minor damage to the car, but mine's got a little more damage to it. Yeah, so I missed a light pole by maybe a meter or two, which sounds like a lot, or it could sound like little, but to think that if I had hit that, I could have died because I was going kind of fast, or I could have gotten seriously injured. But thank God nothing happened. I went off the road into a drain, and the front of my car got damaged, the bumper came out, and the engine got damaged. But I was fine once again, and I just want to thank God for His protection, for His sovereignty, for His providence. I just want to really thank God for safety, and that is just two instances where God protected me. But there is more, not car accidents, other things, but yeah, those car accidents was kind of tragic, especially because I crashed my Subaru, which is a really nice car that I liked. I got full insurance coverage, so they paid for all of the repairs, but it was still sad. I didn't have my car for some months. But once again, I just want to thank God. I came out without a single scratch in both instances. I didn't even get whiplash. So yeah, trust God, Yahweh, the only true God, God of Israel. Worship Him, serve Him, and believe in His Son Jesus Christ. He died for your sins, and yeah, worship Him, thank Him every single day. He's a good God, and He will protect us.